Alright, guys, so I know that this movie wasn't part of my reveals or reviews for this week, but my buddy Harold sent me over a ticket to go see this movie, and I jumped on it. Absolutely, movie was phenomenal. So it just came out this past weekend. It's rated R. It's an hour and 44 minutes. So I dove into a little bit with the trailer, but I'm going to get more into it with you on this review. So it's centered around Joan Wang, who she, she's introduced to American culture at a very young age. I believe at 8 years old. The film is very good with giving us a little backstory on what Joan dealt with growing up and why she feels that she needs to go through this procedure to fit in. Now, for any of you who didn't watch my trailer review, I'll dive into the premise of this film a little bit. So Joan is a Chinese American teenager who just wants to fit in. She wants to be beautiful. She wants to be prom queen. That's her biggest thing. Now, she realizes, when she gets to high school, that, the Chinese American culture isn't represented in a good light. So she feels that she has to kind of, infuse herself into what society wants. Now, her biggest mean girl, as you can say, is Olivia Hammond. And she's smart, she's energetic, she's popular, she wants to be in her friend group. Even though her friend, Brenda, has showed time and time again that, she's there for her through and through. Now, everything kind of comes to head when her father gets hurt at his job and she has to take over and help with the family. She ends up getting so fed up that she decides she wants to go and see this guy, Willie Singer, who runs Ethos. Now, Ethos is a procedure that changes you to whatever ethnicity. Actually, not whatever ethnicity, just changes you to white. And it's a 2-hour procedure and the whole 9 yards. This film is absolutely insane. Just the way that McKenna Grace kind of shares the stage with Shirley Chen is absolutely outstanding. And R. Keith Harris as the villain, he does a phenomenal job. Now, IMDb gave this a 6.2 out of 10. I give it a 4 out of 5. The film was entertaining. It was, it kind of threw me for a loop. The whole time you're trying to figure out, is there a way to turn back? Is there not? You're just kind of, you're wondering the whole time. At the same time, you're just enjoying the body horror and the reality that this teenager goes through, that a lot of us probably went through in high school or are actively going through right now. So if you haven't seen this film, please go watch it in theaters because it was absolutely outstanding.